there's a creative revolution coming. If you don't think there's a creative revolution coming, that's okay. It is. It's inevitable. And the reason it's inevitable is something that Plato said. Basically, he said, need is the ultimate creator. The more modern version of that is, necessity is the mother of invention. Humanity always creates when it has no choice but to create. And man, are we up against it now. We are up against it like no time in human history. So Paul Hawken, the environmentalist, in a film called The 11th Hour, when I heard this, it just floored me because he was so right on the money. The great thing, he says, not the bad thing, the great thing about the dilemma we're in is that we get to reimagine every single thing we do. There isn't one single thing that we make or system we have that doesn't require a complete remake. Some people would find that daunting. Paul Hawken and I find it exhilarating. It's the ultimate creative challenge. Can we do it? We've been told 2030 now, right? The UN basically, their climate scientist says, by 2030, if we don't get this thing corrected, we're going off a cliff. Together, we're going off a cliff. So we now have a deadline. We know. We got 11 years to get this thing right. We need an explosion of creativity the likes of which humanity has never seen before. Now, keep in mind, the last century was pretty impressive in terms of creativity and innovation. Look what I'm doing here. You know, I'm projecting images onto a screen. Thanks a lot to Bob and Joe, you know, to make it possible in this church. But thanks to, you know, Steve Jobs and all the brilliant minds that have created this technology, and it's great. But man, think of all the things we have to do. We have to remake transportation. We have to reinvent the way we do business and the way we go to our businesses. The way we clothe ourselves, the way we eat. Basically, the UN scientists said we have to reinvent agricultural systems, systems of manufacturing and production. Basically our socio-political system, our healthcare system, just about everything. From the time you wake up in the morning till the time you go to bed at night, you're participating in a system, and I am participating in the system, that is out of whack. We know it is. And it can't be sustained. We know it can't. So that being the case, we have no choice but to, it's piss or get off the pot, right? We either have to create or just go the way of the dinosaur. And I like that challenge. And I feel like I have a piece to offer.